Hello, hello. Did you know there was a difference between certainty and clarity? I am Debbie Dunford. Hopefully David will be joining me shortly. He is getting kids to bed. Oh, and there he is. Coming right
Late
on
arrival.
in. Yep, hi. Thanks so much for joining us. Make sure and tell us, even if you're on the replay, tell us where you are from, where you're tuning in from, so we can give you a shout out. Also,
Get to know you better.
Yeah, get to know you better. And also let us know, what was I going to say? Can't remember. So don't let us know that.
My mind reading skills are not up to snuff.
Don't let us know that, because I don't remember what I was going to ask you to tell us. So never mind.
Moving on.
Yeah. I was going to say hashtag replay if you are on the replay. Because it helps us know how many are able to join us or not live. Certainty versus clarity. Think about that for a minute. Stew on that for a minute. This is, again, and you're going to get all my stuff from my workshop that I just learned, because it was just mind-blowing and amazing. So,
welcome, whoever joined us.
Welcome. Go
Let us
ahead
know
and
who you are, where you're from.
put in the comments who you are, where you're from. We'd love to give you a shout out. Certainty versus clarity. Think of it kind of like telling versus asking. When you have certainty on something, then you're pretty set in your ways. You're not going to think there's any reason to change. There's not something that you need to do differently. You're certain that what you're doing is good. You're certain that there's not a better way. There's no reason to change. You're stuck, in other words. When you have clarity about something, it's more a position of, you're in a position to ask questions and become more clear. Imagine that. Become more clear on maybe a concept, maybe a strategy, having more clarity on what people in your team need. And that happens because you ask. You're willing to go outside yourself and ask questions and find that clarity. You're shifting out of judgment and into evaluation mode. And we've talked about evaluation a lot, and I feel like I really understand a lot more about what evaluation really is. So that's something that we'll be addressing still a lot more, because it is really, really, really important. But yeah, if you're gonna, certainty versus clarity, again, is when with certainty, you have no reason to change. You have nothing that is making you want to change. And clarity is when you are willing and open to learn and understand and grow new things. Thanks for hopping on. Okay, so it also helps you become a brilliant problem solver. And in this business, that's exactly what you need to be. To get more clarity, you've got to ask those questions, which for me is taking me outside my box, and that's what it can do for you. And it's helping me come up with different answers, again, being that problem solver, than I ever had thought of or ever thought possible. Instead of feeling stuck, it gives you more freedom and more empowerment to become the problem solver, instead of always relying on somebody else to give you the answers.
So I think all of us have certain points where there is certainty, and other points where it's a clarity situation. So, like, for example, you know that you want to build relationships, and that's a point of certainty for you, that relationships are important, and you keep that as a focus. But then are there points where you could seek some understanding that you don't currently have, and be willing to be teachable, just like we've talked about in the past, where you're seeking more clarity on a better way to do it than how it's currently being done? Because the mindset of, this is just how I've always done it, is not going to lead you down the best path. If you're willing to change things up and do things in a better way, because you've gained some more clarity, some more understanding, then you're going to be able to move forward in more significant ways than you did in the past.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that's all for tonight. Just wanted to bring that up and
Photobomb.
Yeah, photobomb. Got a little nighthawk. Muted loves. Good night, baby. But yeah, so I think that's kind of all for tonight. Just wanted to talk to you about that a little bit. And if you have never liked our page, hi, go to our Facebook page. It's David and Debbie Dunford, and click like and make sure you receive the notifications. Click on that, and we'd love to be here for you and provide that value for you. So we look forward to working more with you and hope you have a fantastic evening or whatever time you are looking at this. And we will talk to you later. Say bye.
Okay, talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.